All right, well, we're talking about Beyonce. A gay black man was stabbed to death after voguing to Beyonce's Renaissance at a gas station. Now, a group of men allegedly approached O'Shae Sibley and his friends and told them to stop dancing and hurled offensive slurs at the group. O'Shea confronted the men and ended up stabbed to death, which is so sad. Can y'all believe this level of hatred? I mean, we're killing people over their dancing. You know, voguing's a form of dance that originated in the ball culture of gay black men in Harlem. Al, what are your thoughts on this story?
This is just so sad. Rest in peace, O'Shea. And I was watching his brother's testimony, and that just tore me up inside. That was just him talking about how he put his hand over the hole, and the blood was still just spewing everywhere. There's so much to unpack here. The first thing I looked at and listened to was his neighbor's interview. And the neighbor said he had told O'Shea, listen, dude, when your friends come in the neighborhood, be careful because they're very homophobic in this neighborhood. You got to watch how you guys behave in this neighborhood. And there's a side of me that's like, okay, he had a warning, but is that a reason enough for him not to be himself? I personally enjoyed the fact that he stood up for himself, that he stood up for his friends, but I wish it wasn't at the cost of his life and not at the hands of another young Muslim, a foreign Muslim man, because in the foreign culture, in the Muslim culture, you're supposed to be about peace. Now, the contradiction there is also in the Muslim culture, they're very much against same-sex anything, and they believe that that's a sin. And the man felt like by them dancing and being gay, they were disrespecting his religion, which gives it no credence, right? Because you don't have the right to take anybody's life. And also, what Brooklyn is supposed to be diverse. It's diverse religious, sexual orientation, race, culture, and ethnicity. These foreign Muslims need to turn the page, and I don't know, I'm just babbling, but I don't feel like he had a right to take O'Shea's life just because he was gay.
Some of the same people that think that they can do an honor killing to their daughters, that they find out she's a whore
Right.
in their eyes, which a whore to them is being with one person. Trevor Mitchell said he should have read the room. Why would you do that in front of all those masculine, ignorant men? That's sad. Q, what do you think?
So to Mr. Williams's point for what he just said, it does sting because I saw you take that sting, Claudia, but that is a protective mechanism that a lot of us gay boys grow up with, having to code switch when we go in several environments. And I always tell people, you can fight the fight of, well, I should be able to act any way I want. Yeah, you should. Or you can make it home to see another day. This is not the oppression Olympics, and I know I'm about to upset some people when I say what I'm about to say, but this is why it's hard for some of us to take other people super serious, because why y'all and some of y'all are out there fighting and fussing over prefixes and imaginary spaces being erased. Other people are fucking dying.
Mm-hmm.
You're upset, which I understand, and your upset is valid. But other people are fucking dying for being. While we, I'm gonna say we, are fussing over prefixes and imaginary spaces.
Q, I kind of can vibe with that because my whole thing is, where's the outrage? The outrage should be just as strong as the outrage is over these pronouns and these transgender issues. I agree with you on that. I have to say that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me because this is a young man's life, and just so lost for no reason.
And to your point, Q, it shouldn't be the oppression Olympics. And I feel that when you say that, and I have to push back a little bit. I don't believe it's imaginary spaces. I think it's really real spaces. I think there's a lot of fucking ignorance and anger from all directions. And it's horrible when men are killed and trans folks are killed, people, over things like I'm offended and I hide behind my religion. Just like I'm pissed off, and I could say the same thing. Oh, where's the outrage when black women are dying? So we don't want to compare. It's fucked up what happened to this man, and it's fucked up what black people are, what we're doing to each other. And I think it needs to stop across the board. Like, where is this hostility coming from where we don't like something about you that it hurts me so bad, right? in all spaces. If you're gay, if you're trans, if you're a woman, if you're this, like, knock it the fuck off. And I'm talking to black people right now. We complain about them so much. And by them, I mean white people and how racist they are. And look how we do each other. Look how we do each other all the time. And whatever excuse we use, the bitch wasn't listening or he's gay and it bothered me. Like, why? It's like we cannot wait to like just tear each other down.
And we have the same enemy. And
we do. And that's
black men. No, and it's black men. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation. Because while the gays and the trans and the women are fussing and fighting, we share the same enemy. And we got to go to break, Claudia.
And that's why I hate when we do this with us.
Right.
It really bothers me.